the Dietitian. I'm your host Amanda, and today we're going to be preparing the traditional green bean casserole with a little healthy twist to it. So it's a heart healthier version, and it's also gluten-free. So to all of you out there that are like me, that have to eat gluten-free, and maybe this is your first gluten-free Thanksgiving, I want you to take heart because you can enjoy it because there are some simple modifications you can make so that it is gluten-free. So let's get started. First of all, you want to gather your ingredients, and you'll need a full can of cream of mushroom soup. Now make sure you find one that's gluten-free. This one, as you can see, says gluten-free very clearly here on the can. The interesting thing is that with traditional cream of mushroom soup, you can see here in the ingredients that it does contain wheat flour. So therefore you can see that there is a warning for anybody that has allergies or food sensitivities that it does contain wheat. Now remember that anything with wheat, rye, or barley is not gluten-free. So make sure you find yourself a gluten-free version of the cream of mushroom soup. Now another thing I think you'll find interesting is that there is a lot more fat in the regular cream of mushroom soup. In a half-cup serving, there are 7 grams of total fat. In this one that is gluten-free, you can see that also in a half-cup serving, there are 3 grams of total fat. So you're saving yourself 4 grams of fat. And look at this, there are 640 milligrams of sodium, which is still quite high, but it is an improvement from the traditional cream of mushroom soup that contains 860 milligrams of sodium, also in a half-cup serving. In addition to the cream of mushroom soup, you'll need 3/4 of a cup of milk. Now I encourage you to lighten up the recipe and to ensure that it's heart healthy, to go with the fat-free milk, because then you have no saturated fat to worry about. And remember, saturated fat is the one that sits in the arteries or clogs up the arteries over time. So any way you can minimize that, you're doing your body a favor. You'll also need some fresh ground pepper, a nice sized dish of your choice to go ahead and bake the green bean casserole in the oven. You'll need 2 cans of green beans that are drained, and I like to get the no salt added green beans, so again, it's heart healthier, you're saving yourself that added sodium or salt. And then you'll also need some cornstarch and a fresh onion. And we'll use about half of the onion, but you can do that to your taste. Now traditionally the green bean casserole uses the fried onions, but the reason that we're not using those is that those do contain wheat. They are breaded, so they contain wheat flour, and therefore they are unfortunately not gluten-free. But I want to show you the nutrition facts so you can see some of the heart health benefits as well with going with a homemade version. For the crispy onions, you can see that you have the onions, you have palm oil, which is one of the highest saturated fat containing oils. You have wheat flour, which of course makes it not gluten-free. You actually have added sugar. Another word for sugar is dextrose, and most things that end in ose are types of sugars. And then of course salt. So we're actually going to omit the added sugar and salt, and in place of wheat flour, we're going to use cornstarch, which is a gluten-free option, to bread the onions, and we'll just use a little bit of a heart-healthy oil rather than palm oil. So you can use the one of your choice, avocado oil, canola oil, olive oil, whatever you like. So the first step is to go ahead and open your cream of mushroom soup. Now if you don't have a can opener, get these very convenient cans that have the pull top so you don't have to worry about that. And then you can go ahead and add in the cream of mushroom soup into your dish. Ooh, that smells so good. You know, if you'd like to add fresh mushrooms as well, that just boosts the nutritional value of this dish and boost the flavor. Then we'll add in 3/4 of a cup of milk and add pepper to your taste. If you like it really peppery, go for it. And if you don't like so much pepper, just don't put too much, or you can omit it if you don't want it. And then we'll stir it all together. Now remember, green bean casserole, it is not the healthiest side. We're making a lighter version of it today, but certainly if you make green beans almondine, with toasted almonds and steamed green beans, that is a very, very heart-healthy dish and very waistline friendly because you don't have any added oils. You're just steaming the green beans and adding those toasted almonds that are very heart-healthy. So certainly you're welcome to do something like that. But this is for all of you that enjoy this traditional green bean casserole dish like I do, and it's just a lighter version and also gluten-free and heart-healthy. Now we're going to add in the green beans. So add both cans of the green beans, and remember they're drained. And it's that simple. The green bean casserole needs to go in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and pop it in. And while that's baking, what we're going to do is prepare the fried onions. Take an onion, and you can use as much as you like, but I'm going to use half today. And what we'll do is cut it into strips like this so that they'll fry up really nicely. Now what you'll need to do is toss these onions in with the cornstarch in a bowl. That way they get nice and coated with the cornstarch and they'll fry up beautifully. So once all of your onions are separated and you have them in strips like this, we'll just add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And just toss it like this until they're nicely coated with the cornstarch. And that's it. Now we're ready to cook these. So let's come on over to the stove. I'm going to turn this burner on medium-high heat and then add about 2 tablespoons of heart-healthy olive oil. Now I'm going to add in the onions. And once you start to hear them sizzle like that, that's a great sign. Now I want these onions to get golden brown so that they look beautiful atop the green bean casserole. The reason why we're adding only 2 tablespoons of oil is every tablespoon of oil contains 120 calories. So we don't want to add so many extra calories by way of oil when 2 tablespoons is sufficient to brown up these onions and give them that nice crunchy exterior that we're looking for. Once the onions are browned to your liking, you can go ahead and turn off the heat and top the green bean casserole with this. 30 minutes have passed and here's my green bean casserole. Now we're going to go ahead and top it with our beautiful golden onions. Just like that. There you have it, my gluten-free, heart-healthy version of the traditional green bean casserole. I hope you'll give it a try or at least include some kind of non-starchy vegetable at your Thanksgiving meal. Remember that you get tons of nutrients, including fiber and lots of phytochemicals from vegetables. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel so you can get alerts as I create and produce new videos. And leave me a comment to let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you here next time in the kitchen with the dietitian.